Refraction of light through glass prism. In this topic, we have to learn how to find out the relation mu is equal to sine A plus delta m by 2 divided by sine A by 2. Mu, symbol of refractive index, is equal to sine A, angle of prism, delta m is the angle of minimum deviation, whole divided by 2 divided by sine A by 2. This relation we have to derive. So let us start. In figure, you can see this is your normal and this is incident ray. This angle is angle of incidence. This is refracted ray and this is normal, so this is angle of refraction. This is emergent ray, this is normal, this is angle of emergence. Now this angle is equal to this angle, vertically opposite angle are equal. Now this angle is equal to I minus R1. Similarly, this angle is equal to this angle. So this angle is equal to E minus R2. So you can see angle TQR, this angle TQR is I minus R1 and angle TRQ, this angle is E minus R2. Now in triangle ABC, in triangle not ABC, TQR, this angle and this angle, sum of these two angle is equal to this angle. Exterior angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angle. So TQR plus TRQ is equal to exterior angle T. Substitute the values, I minus R1 plus E minus R2 is equal to delta. So we get I plus E is equal to delta plus R1 plus R2. Now in quadrilateral AQR, this angle is 90 degree because this is normal to this face, this normal. Similarly, this angle is 90 degree. This one is normal to side AC. Now, therefore, sum of angle A and O of quadrilateral AQOR is equal to 180 degree. Now in triangle QRO, R1 plus R2 plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. R1 plus R2 plus O is equal to 180 degree. Now A plus O is equal to R1 plus R2 plus angle O. Therefore R1 plus R2 is equal to A. Now substitute this value of A here. We will get I plus E is equal to delta plus A. Now delta is equal to, from here you will get delta is equal to I plus E minus A. So for I plus E we can write root I whole square, root E whole square. Now 2 minus 2 root under I, root under E plus 2 root under I, same thing we have added and subtracted. So this becomes root I minus root E whole square minus A plus 2 root under I root under E. Now from this expression we can say that delta will be minimum. Delta will be minimum when this factor is 0, and that is possible only when I is equal to root I is equal to root E, that is I is equal to E. When I is equal to E, delta becomes minimum. So substitute this condition I is equal to E here in equation 7. We get delta is equal to I plus E, that is I plus I, 2I minus A is equal to delta M, and I is equal to A plus delta M by 2. Now from Snell's law we know that refractive index of medium is equal to ratio of sine of angle of incidence to that of sine of angle of refraction, and the medium in which refracted ray travels is the second medium, and the medium in which incident ray travels is your first medium. So outside medium is air, and here prism is of glass. So writing Snell's law at Q, what you will write? Refractive index of glass second medium with respect to first medium air is equal to sine I by sine R1. For writing Snell's law at point R, what you will write? Refractive index of second medium, here second medium is air, with respect to first medium glass is equal to sine R2 by sine E. Or if we interchange the place of indices, the ratio gets reversed. So refractive index of glass with respect to air becomes sine E by sine R2. So we get sine A by sine R1 equal to sine E by sine R2. From here we get R1 equal to R2, let it be R. So if you substitute it here in the expression 6, R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, then 2R is equal to A, so R is equal to A by 2. So in minimum deviation condition, two things will happen. I becomes equal to E and R1 becomes equal to R2. So R is equal to A by 2. Now from Snell's law we know that mu is equal to sine A by sine R. Put the value of I and R, you will get the result mu is equal to sine A plus delta M by 2 divided by sine A by 2. If we draw the graph of angle of incidence with angle of deviation, you will find that as we go on increasing the angle of incidence, the angle of deviation goes on decreasing. With increasing value of angle of incidence, the angle of deviation decreases, and after a particular point, if we further increase the angle of incidence, then angle of deviation also increases. That point, angle of deviation corresponding to that point is known as angle of minimum deviation, and this is how angle of deviation varies with angle of incidence. Now let us do some numericals based on it. 3 rays of light, you can see in the diagram, red, green and blue, are incident on face AB of a right angle prism ABC. The refractive indices of the material of the prism for red, green and blue wavelengths are 1.39, 1.44 and 1.47. Now, so here in case of green and red, the refractive index is 1.44. green and red. So you can say it as green and this one is red and this is blue. Now trace the path of rays through the prism. How will the situation change if these rays are incident normally on one face of the prism? Now here this ray of light is incident normally on this face of the prism. So when it will strike here, this is normal 90 degree. So here it is, this line is perpendicular to this one and this one is perpendicular to this one. So angle between the two lines and angle between their perpendiculars is same. So angle between the two lines is 45 degree. Here it is 45 degrees, so this one will be 45. Now for total internal reflection to take place, angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle. That is, sin I must be greater than sin C, and we know that sin C is equal to 1 by mu. So mu is greater than 1 by sin 45. So mu is greater than root 2. So mu must be greater than 1.414. So for total internal reflection to take place, the value of refractive index of the medium must be greater than 1.414. So the color of light for which the value of refractive index is greater than 1.414 will suffer total internal reflection, and others whose value is less than 1.414, it will not suffer total internal reflection. So here you can see for green color and red color, here the value of refractive index is greater than that of 1.414, so they will suffer total internal reflection. So this is your green and this is red, and this one is blue and its refractive index is 1.31, which is less than 1.414, so it will not suffer total internal reflection. So you can do the diagram like this. A ray of light incident on an equilateral glass prism shows minimum deviation 30 degree. Calculate the speed of light through the prism. Now ray of light is incident on equilateral glass prism. So glass prism is equilateral, so angle of prism A will be 60 degree. Here angle of minimum deviation is given 30 degree. We know the relation mu is equal to sin A plus delta m by 2 divided by sin A by 2. Now put the value. From here you will get mu is equal to 1.414, and we know that refractive index of medium is equal to ratio of speed of light in air or vacuum to that of speed of light in the medium. So speed of light in the medium will be equal to C by mu. So you will get the result. Second question, which you can solve on your own. Now come to third question. Calculate the angle of minimum deviation for an equilateral triangular prism of refractive index root 3. So here equilateral prism, again A is 60 degree, refractive index is given root 3. So mu is equal to sin A plus delta m by 2 divided by sin A by 2. Now put the value of A and mu, and on solving we will get delta m is equal to 60 degree. Now one more question. A ray PQ incident on the face AB of a prism ABC emerges from the face AC such that AQ is equal to AR. Draw the ray diagrams showing the passage of the ray through the prism if the angle of prism is 60 degree and refractive index of the material is root 3. Determine the values of angle of incidence and angle of deviation. Now here Q is equal to AR, and this is already 60 degree, so it is an equilateral triangle. So the base QR, so the side refracted ray QR becomes parallel to base of the prism, and this will happen when the prism is in minimum deviation position. And in minimum deviation position, we know that I becomes equal to E and R1 is equal to R2. So R is equal to A by 2. Now using these conditions, mu is equal to sin A by sin R. So mu value is given √3 sin I by sin R. Again R is your A by 2. So it is 30 degree. So from here you will get the value of I as 60 degree. Now we know that I plus E is equal to A plus delta. So substituting the values, you will in minimum deviation position I is equal to E, and here angle of incidence we have already found to be 60 degrees, so it becomes 60 plus 60 is equal to 60 plus delta. From here you will get delta is equal to 60 degree. So here are some problems for your practice. Just go through it. Thank you for watching.